How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carson here, and we are doing Squid Game Season 2, Episode number 3, which I'm gathering based on the last episode and what happened to Gi-hun at the ending of that last episode. We are going to be brought straight into the... Well, I wouldn't say straight into the games, as if the first second is going to be like game number 1 or whatever, but we are going to be involved into the thick of it from here onwards. So it will be very, very intriguing to see what does happen, because, as I said, I don't know if lightning is going to strike twice for Gi-hun, but it will be very interesting to not just see how he navigates this, obviously with knowledge. The 455 other candidates are not going to have that knowledge that, they know what to expect, etc. So this will be very, very interesting to navigate, but it will also be very interesting to see how they do spice things up, because obviously with the front man, he knows that after an engaging conversation in the last episode, he knows that Gi-hun is back, and he will stop at nothing to kind of bring down the games. It's not about ending the front man or anyone really. It's about ending the games itself. So it will be very interesting to see how they do react in terms of trying to... Because, funnily enough, they are going to try to survive this. I mean, they might have the upper hand, but we'll just have to wait and see how things do proceed, because, like I said, with Gi-hun having that knowledge about what happened last time, 2 years ago, I guess, for him, it's going to be very interesting to see how, I guess, both sides try to outdo the other. So, yeah, but I'm excited to get into this. So, it's episode number 3 of Season 2 of Squid Game. Let's go. Yeah. Oh my god! You just love his imagination. Oh wow! She's just low-key checking him out.
나가면 굿 한 번에 내가 네 업보를 다 씻어내 줄 수 있어.
Oh my god! No, she is literally she is coming on to him. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know why. Does it look a bit more transparent than usual?
아저씨들이 내 옷 벗기고 이거 입혀놨어요?
신발은 이게 뭐야? 나 씨발 그거 한정판이야. 님 등급 지금 돈이 얼마가 들어가 있는데?
You know how much I sacrificed?
나이 30세 유튜브 채널 MG 코인 운영자 신생 코인
Oh
달마시안
god,
투자
convincing
유도
subscribers to... Wow.
152억 원의 한번 이윤주 40억 2천 백번 임정대 재무액 100억
10 billion!
100억? 누구야 누구?
10? Jesus Christ!
100억 빚이
자원하셨습니다.
Yeah, this is...
다시 선택의 기회를 드리겠습니다. 돌아가서 남은 인생을 빚쟁이들에게 쫓기며 쓰레기처럼 사시겠습니까?
They're putting them in a... Yeah, he's digesting all of this like the shit they're pulling.
중단을 원하시는 분들이 많을 경우 게임을 중단하고 그때까지 적립된 상금을
Oh,
가지고
damn! Wait, did we get... I don't think we got that last...
그럼
Alright.
게임만 하고 나가도 상금을
Yeah, we didn't get that shit last year. Oh my god.
그렇습니다.
Oh, they are really fucking with Gi-hun. They are really fucking with him by doing that shit.
여기까지 왔는데 어떻게 그냥 가?
너 나랑 약속했잖여. 이제 다시는 노름 안 하기로.
노름이 아니라.
No, this is gambling, bud. Gambling with your lives.
투자의 최종 결정에 대한 판단과 책임은 본인에게
Oh,
있습니다.
I mean, cryptos, yeah.
들으셨어요? 애청자라면서요.
Oh, wow. Still, get a different profession than crypto scamming, basically.
조건은 대충 맞는 거 아니야?
In
차가 다닐 만한 길이나 헬기 착륙장 같은 구조물이 있을 거예요.
Oh no.
전 드론으로 그걸 찾아볼게요. 최 이사님은 내려서 신호가 오는 곳을 찾아보세요.
오케이.
I swear they've replaced his tracker or some shit.
레버 타노스 맞죠?
Wait. His name is Thanos?
인류의 절반을 죽이겠다. 뱀. 랩 배틀그라운드 파이널 준우승자.
His name is Thanos? Are you shitting me?
이러시면 안 됩니다.
같이 찍고 싶구나.
사진은 한 번에 한 사람만 찍을 수 있습니다.
아이 그냥 찍으면 안 돼요?
Killjoy.
사진 못 찍잖아요. 네?
안 됩니다.
왜 남자가 여자가 돼? 응? 남자는 남자고 여자는
Oh heck.
숭해라.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Oof. Divorce? Yeah.
이혼?
And he's in the ruins.
엄마가 데려갔지. 왜? 니는 그래도 사이 괜찮았잖아.
What can happen in 3 years, I guess?
Bowed you no choke. I'm a legend, Thanos. 부르댕댕 녹색 빛깔. 내게 밝혀줘, bring light. I.
Wow.
You.
Wow.
살았어. 저기.
They've put the fucking tracker on someone else. Yeah. This isn't it.
좋댔다. 이거 어디서 났어? 이게 뭔데요? 이게 이 안에
Pretty
왜
much.
들어있냐고! 게임을 하다 걸리면 죽습니다.
That's it though. They won't know.
당근 먹으려고 저러는 것 같은데요.
That's it. No one's gonna believe him.
이마 이 새끼야! 제 말을 믿으셔야 합니다.
Here we go. It would be so funny if they decide. Well, I wouldn't say it's funny, but what if they decide to just go standard elimination? They don't kill anyone. Just to fuck with Gi-hun. This might be very anticlimactic for the red light green light game.
그렇게 침착하게 하면 됩니다. 정확하게 움직이고 제때 멈추기만 하면.
Did they not see him low-key moving?
알아!
Holy shit. This is kind of hilarious. It's like, God, this is so fucking boring. Like,
친구 하나 봐. 너한테 벌이 앉았어.
oh no, she's gonna die!
다 움직였어.
Don't move! Yeah, this is where, like... This is where they got to, like, finally some action. Execute Order 66. There she is. What the fuck's he doing? Yo, what the fuck? That's crazy. Oh no, wait, isn't that the fob? No. She's just seen. Oh no.
내 뒤로 바짝 붙어요.
Shit. No! What the fuck? Oh, Thanos, you piece of shit!
땡.
You are all I long for,
Jesus.
all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true.
So close and yet so far. Jesus Christ.
저 아니에요. 저 아니에요.
Okay, I thought he was going for his balls there.
다들 힘내세요.
다음 신호에 일어나셔야 합니다.
Oh no. Jeez! Cutting it close there. Good on Gihan there.
괜찮아?
He saved his life.
고맙습니다.
첫 번째 게임의 결과를 알려드리겠습니다.
Oh, got eliminated, by the way.
456명 중에서
91.
첫 번째
We'll have to compare that to the first season.
과반수가 동의를 하면 게임은 중단된다.
A majority vote.
맞습니까?
그렇습니다.
그럼 지금 당장 투표로
Holy shit, Gia! Oh my god!
물론입니다. 참가자 1인당 2,493만 1,500원입니다.
아이 씨발 게임하다 뒤질 뻔했는데 2,400개.
24 million. Which isn't too... But
2천?
떠날 때도 니들이 결정할 수 없어. 니들이 죽을 곳과 시간은 태어날 때부터 천지신명께서 정하시는 것이야.
Jesus, she's just wild.
발버둥을
Oh, is it gonna come down to a split decision? Like, is it gonna come to like one, like, vote will determine it? Oh hell!
230번.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. He wasted no. He's just so hell bent on sabotaging many people.
다 봤어. 거기서 막 쫄아가지고 다리만 호들호들.
They caught that shit, right?
당신은 뭔데 나서 둘이 한 패야?
당신 너 몇 살이야? 해봤어요.
Oh.
나도 이 게임을 해봤다고요. 내가 첫 번째 게임에 대해서 알고 있는 건 이 게임을 해봤기 때문입니다.
He had to say that. Yep.
그래요. 내가 우승자였습니다.
The only winner. Oh.
게임을 진짜 우승자면 차라리 잘 됐네.
So he's got some sense, I guess, even though he sabotaged people.
우승하는지.
그래. 여기 우승한 사람도 있는데 뭐가 걱정이야?
Y'all continue with this, and you all, like, hypothetically, feel like, oh, well, we should be in safe hands because he's played these games before. So, we should be okay. You're gonna get the same amount that's in the piggy bank, right? Considering, the more players that get eliminated, the more the bank gets filled up. Yeah, let's not get... Is there any others?
6번.
Yeah. These two. Oh, free? Who's this? I'm scared because last time we had 001. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Democracy simply does not work. Shut the fuck up! Yo! You got the fucking... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that we got the front man in... I see what they're doing. I see what these bastards are doing. Yeah. he really said two can play at this game. Given the fact that, well, Gi-hun's trying to give these people a bit of a heads up in regards to the games, and he's going to try and sabotage shit. Always suspect number one. They said 001, and I'm just getting war flashbacks to the, the first games. Because we absolutely fell in love with 001 last time, and he turned out to be a gigantic piece of shit. He was the runner. And now what's interesting is they didn't even, they've done the complete reverse this time around, where it's like, oh, the writers are like, oh, it's so cute that these people are all rallying behind 001, wait until they get the plot twist. Whereas in this scenario, it's like, well, you all know him. He's recognizable when he doesn't have his mask on. So, yeah. But this is it, though. It's sabotage as well at the end of the day, because he didn't even partake in the first game. He was just sitting, drinking here, unless clone. I'm kidding. No, he was just sat enjoying the fireworks go off, so... Yeah, but the problem is as well, Gi-hun doesn't even know that is Jun-ho's brother. Because Jun-ho didn't even say shit. If he said something, if he showed a picture. Fuck. I loved how kind of drawn out this episode was, I guess, compared to obviously last year's opener, but we kind of know what this game entails. Now, whether they're going to introduce new games or whether it's going to be revamped, because it's not going to be exactly the same. With Red Light, Green Light, there isn't really much you can do in terms of spicing it up, right? By the way, I did have a look to last year. I expected more because obviously there's not going to be that assistance in the first season. Everyone was absolutely like, oh, this is going to be fine. If we get eliminated, welp. So, yeah. But because Gi-hun had that interference, there were, of course, going to be lesser casualties. So... yeah. I just found it so funny though. It got up until that B, which I'm convinced is gonna be a drone. I'm gonna put the tinfoil hat on right now and just say it right now. That B was a drone. No, but I just found it so funny because you could imagine that the guards were itching to kill someone, and with good reason. I'll get into that in a bit, but yeah, they were just itching to kill someone. It's like, fuck's sake, I'm bored. Someone move. But yeah, I think so. I had a look back, and there were 255 casualties in the first game. With the first season compared to the 91. So, yeah. And it was just very, very interesting to see how they would handle this whole situation. So, because obviously with Gi-hun, he has his knowledge. But that fucking twist at the end! Jeez. Yeah. But that's it though, who is gonna be posing as has he hired some kind of proxy to fill in his position whilst he plays the games, etc.? Or is he not gonna actually, because there is gonna be the chance that he's gonna fail unless they give special treatment or whatever. Under instruction, do not eliminate 00, because we know that the runner of the Squid Games did act. See, that's it though. Always be fucking suspicious about 00. They have involvement. they have involvement in the bloody games. Last year it was the total runner. Now it's the front man. So, and that's it though. But it's so funny because he was more fragile, not just in terms of age, but of course he was dying as well. And he still partook in the games. So, whereas we saw the front man just cozying it up, playing the same song that he did in the first games, although when it got to the closing moments of this, I did notice, they spruced it up. Just, yeah. But it was just wild that you have that twist at the very end. But I feel like they were going to try some shit when it comes to Gi-hun, and how he's going to try and convince everyone to do this, do that. And of course there are going to be some people who are going to be very skeptical about him because, yeah, I mean, how do you know this shit? I mean, what's his deal? And they're none the wiser that, like, prior to that woman, who died, who, Thanos was flirting with, you know, they were like, what's his deal? What's his deal? Like, they had no idea what was going to happen. They just thought, well, this is going to be harmless. So, yeah, kind of like Gi-hun, in the first Squid Games. And then, of course, reality's going to set in. But you know what, though? I would have laughed if, they didn't actually kill anyone whatsoever. And they would just fuck with Gi-hun further and further. And I say I would laugh. It sounds very, very crude. But it would just be very... Because that's it, though. The game's going to be a giveaway in terms of, okay, you get eliminated, you die. But with the knowledge that Gi-hun is... I mean, it would kind of go against their skewed ideology. But it would have just been very interesting if they decided, we're not going to kill them here. They just take them out the back and then, yeah. But it would have just been very insane if they absolutely, if they did that. If they didn't kill them on the playground itself. Because it's a way to fuck with him. But I feel like with 001 being involved in the games, yeah. But like I said, is he actually going to be involved? Or is he going to be... Because, as I've mentioned, the old man in the first games, he was involved. And that is very, very funny when you think about it, because he was dying and he could have dipped and all of that. But I mean, he's gonna have to show up at some point once the numbers start waning down, right? So, and I'm wondering if that is the game plan for him. But the fact is, he never appeared in the first game. He didn't need to. There were so many people, and I think he's not sure if Gi-hun recognizes his... I don't think so. Otherwise, he wouldn't partake in the games itself. So, but Jun-ho is stressing me out because of the fact that, I mean, he's told Gi-hun about the fact that he's looking for his brother, but he never showed him a picture or anything like that. So, yeah. Because if he did, that would have changed the game significantly. So, although I don't know if they would have executed Gi-hun there and then. I don't know. But what could have been if Jun-ho showed him a picture or some shit? Yeah. But I think that is the kicker with his secrecy as well. Because he's been very, very tight-lipped as well about Inho and yeah. Because he's been hiding stuff from the captain, he's been hiding stuff from he was hiding stuff about his brother in regards to discussing with Gi-hun. And so that might have put him in a bit of a compromise. So, I mean, he's already in a bit of a compromised situation with the tracker being removed, which I had a feeling that was going to happen because they're not oblivious. They're not oblivious. So the front man or anyone else. So it's it makes sense, but yeah. But I really loved. I enjoyed this episode though. It was really great. And of course, we kind of had a feeling that entering this episode, we'd get into the games, as well as get accustomed to the others as well. We kind of know a couple of people prior to this episode that would be involved with the games itself. Because I recall there was that woman who was pregnant. She got a card. So yeah. But there was some obviously new characters. That person that was that Gi-hun woke up next to as well. She's just yeah. I don't know why, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love her. So yeah. Thanos. Oh yeah. Now, he's very shady. It's wild. Not just the fact that he took drugs in the middle of the game. The fact that these fuckers condone it as well. So, because they would have seen that shit, right? Like, oh, has he got drugged? Okay. Didn't they execute a doctor last season with the upper hand? And now you've got this idiot. Well, I don't know what to make of him, to be fair, because yeah, he's unhinged, and the fact is he sabotaged a couple of people. No guilt whatsoever. So yeah. And it was just really crazy with what he did. So, but it amazes me that they allowed him to have performing enhancers in the middle of the game. So, yeah. I am gonna be heartbroken with the mother and son duo. As soon as you saw the acknowledgement of the mother and son, you're like, this is gonna hurt like a ton of bricks, isn't it? Because it's like, well, either she's gonna see her son die in her with her own eyes, or vice versa. It's not gonna be a pleasant experience. So yeah, but I mean, they've raised the stakes a little bit. I mean, again, the woman we saw that seemingly was pregnant. Yeah, and of course the father of the sick kid, and it was very interesting as well because Noel, I might have pronounced her name wrong, but yeah, she really hesitated, didn't she? Not that she killed him, but you saw her reaction when she saw him and reflected about the dying kid. Oh yeah. She is, to be fair, and we kind of had a feeling he was going to get into the games and try to find a way to save her. But what I really also liked as well is not just the fact that, because I don't recall them saying, well, if you leave now, you can come out with a small portion of the money. Of what you've collected so far. I don't think they did that shit, so I feel like that is a way to fuck with Gi-hun, so much. So, because I feel like if that had been in place in the previous, game, then Season 1 would have been a tad bit shorter. I don't know. There might not have been this whole debacle between Gi-hun and Sang-woo, so, he might have been alive. So, yeah. But, yeah, that was just wild. So, yeah. But it was also very interesting as well. Getting a bit of a perspective on the guards. Now, I had a feeling with Newell, that seeing her partake in the games, as a soldier, I guess, we would be focusing a bit on her. I mean, obviously, Junho was pretending to be a guard, but we know why in regards to, well, he was trying to look for his brother. Now, Noelle, she got invited. She got the invite, and she seemingly has no qualms. Like, even what was it? Player 444. Even though he made it across the line, yeah. So she has no qualms. It's not like she's hesitating to kill anyone. Apart from the dad of the dying kid. But what I found very interesting is it seems like the guards are in a competition of their own. And it's gonna be your basic shooter, except it gets a bit more macabre, doesn't it? Because of the fact that, well, it's not like, who can get the most or the highest score on Space Invaders or anything like that. Like, your shooter games. It is literally a shooting game, but with real lives, and I feel like because there was that exchange with that other guy, and her in regards to what seemingly indicated a competition of sorts for the guards. So, yeah. So it's just very, very interesting to see, to peer under the veil, I guess, of the guards this season, because I don't think we pretty much got that in the last season. We kind of got a bit of it, but I don't think it's as in depth as what we're seeing right now. So, and this is me stretching, but we're even, because from what I remember, it was just plain black, the masks, but I'm seeing a bit of transparency in their masks this season. I don't know if anyone else has seen that, but yeah. But even so, we're seeing them unmasked as well as they are shooting these poor souls, as well as the fact that they are being told by the interface, this player gets eliminated. So again, we're peering further into the guards this season, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, I don't think there is going to be a degree of sympathy that is going to be issued. Like, okay, well, see the humanity of but we are going to be seeing more, like, they are going to be more brought to life, if that makes sense. Especially Noelle, in regards to the little kid and how she even hesitated with that father. So yeah. But yeah, it was really great stuff. I am just really curious to see how Junho is gonna make it to the island with Gihun, because Tracker, yeah, the front man was like, "Oh yeah, you really thought that you could bug your friend. Did you think we didn't account for that?" So, but again, it shows how persistent, like with me mentioning in I don't know if it was episode 1, I think it was, but I did mention about how they're not exactly going to be they're not exactly going to be lax when it comes to the location of where they take their place. They are secure. They've been ongoing for a reason. And knowing that Gihun is coming back, he was even very insistent on coming back. Knowing that Gihun is coming back, they're going to make all kinds of provisions to make sure. Let's make sure that he's not wearing a camera or he's got any kind of listening device or anything like that. We still want to remain secure, and we are confident we're going to get the upper hand on him. So yeah, it really does show how secure they are. So yeah, but yeah, it was really rough, and my heart really bled for Gihun when he was trying to convince everyone. about the games, and of course when it came to the voting process, I was wondering, is there going to be any guards to try and silence him? Because there is going to be that attempt to influence a person's decision, and they do preach about free will, and the choice is yours at the end of the day. So to have Gi-hun try to influence people's decisions based on his past experience, I'm thinking, oh, that's got to be a no-no for some of the guards, right? So but my heart did bleed for him, because I mean, this was kind of expected, wasn't it, with him trying to convince people about the fact that, look, I've been here before, and you're gonna die if you keep doing this. The sad thing is, though, especially with the offer of splitting the money and giving the players a portion of what they will get, even if they do forfeit right now. People are just viewing the bigger picture. I can add more to the pile, or it's just gonna kind of damage Gi-hun, isn't it? In terms of hoping that he can influence people, and hoping that he can prove the front man wrong in terms of the front man's perception about people, and the trash and all of that that gets inflicted on the 455 of the players, should I say. So but it just felt so bad for him, and he's probably gonna, I feel like he might be a bit closed off as well, apart from the person that he knew 3 years prior. He's going to be a bit closed off, because it's going to hurt if others are going to... He's going to be willing to help, but he's going to be a bit closed off emotionally, because he doesn't want to see anyone that he cares about. I mean, he lost Sang-woo, and he befriended 001, and he turned out to be the big bad, didn't he? And here we are again with 001 being the big bad, so... Hopefully Gi-hun has that idea of, okay, keep your eyes on 001, because A, I ain't falling for that shit again. B, he voted to continue the games, so it was at a split vote. So keep your eyes out on 001. So that's it, though. We had no idea with the last season. This season, we know. And we're just begging for Gi-hun to be like, look, don't do it. Don't befriend this piece of shit. Watch him like a fucking hawk, because he is devious, and he's watching you like a hawk. Well, like I said at the beginning of this fourth section, when the front man put himself in the games. Two can play at that game, right? In terms of sabotaging. Well, two can play at that game in terms of watching the other like a hawk. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, you just wonder what's going through his head. 001 deciding vote, wanted to continue the games. Yeah, I know where I mean, it does seem a bit influenced, doesn't it, by saying, I know where my mind would be at, because, well, we know who 001 is, right? But even so, I'm a very, very paranoid person. And if I was entering the games again, and I saw someone called 001, especially influencing the final vote, he would not sleep an inch. I would be having my eyes on him 24/7. So... that would be me. So, yeah, but yeah, great stuff this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!